So guys, let's start. So first I would like to take you all through our previous session quickly, just to revise the details. And our main purpose today is to go ahead and start the configuration in the system for the business partner. So starting with the first thing, like initial discussion which we had. We had a discussion about various partner functions. So customer is a partner role, but within that role, there are more functions or different functions SAP individual, customer performs, and that is sold to party, ship to party, bill to party, payer. We talk about their coding and their corresponding German coding as well. While discussing that, we also discussed that, okay, but if you have to create a customer, you need to have start with an account group. An account group is a mandatory partner function, a mandatory part. You need to know that. Why account group is useful? We talked about usage of account group, like which partner functions are associated with that account group that you can control at a account group level. When you will create any customer, would that customer has automatically the same number available for as a different partner functions like sold to, ship to, bill to, payer, or you will have to every time assign a separately partner function there? Those kind of decisions automatically can be made by the account group and its corresponding partner determination procedure. One of another topic was, if you have to make have the mandatory or non-mandatory fields. We discuss about various fields, which fields are required, which are not required. That control is also part of the account group. And last thing is number range. Your account group is the driving criteria which defines or controls your number range. So we talked about this much part yesterday on the account group part. All everyone who are working right now on the ECC, this is the main concept which will still continue for you. Then we further discussed about various views of the SAP at a customer master data, like general data, company code data, sales area data. And then we talk about which tables, what kind of information is there, and which tables are being updated, like KNA1, KNB1, and KNBV. Subsequently, we also covered material masters important tables, that general data is part of MARA, sales data is part of MVKE, plant data is part of MARC, and storage location data is part of MARD. Then we entered into the business partner area. That why SAP came back with the business partner concept, means what was the reason, what is the main purpose. And then we discussed the main factors. Example, strategic object model. It is earlier different systems, there were different approach. Somewhere only customer was leading partner function, somewhere business partner was a leading partner function, and then it was not harmonized approach. So with S/4HANA, SAP is trying to improve their own object model, own data design as well. Then we talk about the SAP segregated the details in the various business partner categories like organization, person, group, but everything it combined under the same umbrella of business partner. Also, we talk about the relationship concept. SAP came back with a concept of relationship between, you can identify that my company, RP Enterprise, there is a person with the name Rudra Pal, and he is main contact person for that organization. So you can identify this person has a contact of this and vice versa. So that relationship concept SAP introduced here. Also, SAP introduced time-based concepts for this relationship and address information, because over the period of time, you will always come across a situation where address has been changed or the contact person has been changed, person has left the company and now someone else is managing that information, and so on and so forth. So SAP planned with the time-based or valid from, valid to date kind of control options. And ultimately all these things adds in their harmonized architecture all across the applications. So these were the main driving factors for SAP to come up with the business partner strategy. Then we talked about different aspect of the customer and vendor. So how the customer and vendor and that relationship was working in ECC. We were mapping, creating separately customer and vendor who are the same legal entity, and then we were just assigning them internally. So this is how the ECC world was. But when we came to the S4 HANA, SAP changed their approach. SAP gave us the flexibility that you create one customer code at a general data level, and you can extend the same one as a customer, as a vendor, or as any other partner function. So business partner became the higher umbrella, and information or that customer vendor, all those information just became roles. So that is the major change which SAP also introduced here. Then we talked about leading partner approach. So if it is you are migrating from the if you are migrating from the ECC to S4 HANA, so who is the leading partner in ECC? Obviously, it is customer vendor are the leading partner. And as a prerequisite in your existing system itself, you have to convert those customer and vendor to the business partner. So later during your migration, you are just moving business partner to business partner. And is in S4 HANA, your business partner is a leading partner function where you create business partner and extend the role, and automatically in background, your customer or vendor gets created also. So in ECC, leading is customer vendor, where you expect if you create a customer or vendor, automatic business partner gets created. And in the S4 HANA, if you create business partner and extend the role as a customer or a vendor, then you expect it to like identify or combine automatically, create automatically customer or a respective vendor based on settings. We are going to do this setting, so we will see it together. Then we talk about some cases, what kind of situation can be there. So situations are more like you can have a case where uh, you have completely independent customer and completely independent vendor. Then it is easy. You just use business partner with an external number range. Move that customer in your existing system, create it as a customer, all the customer as a corresponding business partner, and those vendor as a business partner. Then it's easy, because our principle says, or an ideology should be, you should have the try to use the same customer and vendor code as much as possible. So that should be your approach. And that means if it is possible to extend even business partner in the same way, then you should utilize the same benefit of having the same number range. But one of the question and one of the topic which had came back, that what if I have a customer and vendor and they are linked to each other, and I need to create a business partner? Then we said that, okay, like, yes, you can link it. Linking is not an impossible thing. However, there is an SAP note which specifically handles this situation. I had given the number 2363892. So I got that SAP note downloaded. I would share it later, or I will ask our support team to forward it to all of you later. However, this particular SAP note, what does it do? It actually is straightforward code, or like, it's an activation of one of the enhancement structure. So the moment you will activate that particular enhancement structure, SAP goes and checks some precondition before converting this example of customer and vendor, where customer you have converted as a 1000 business partner, and now you want 2000 to link with that particular business partner, right? So in that particular setup, SAP goes and does some pre-check as in, so first pre-check SAP does for this activation of the function, that SAP node is your customer and vendor are mutually assigned. So within the customer, there is a field of vendor. So there, within 1000, that 2000 should be assigned as a vendor, and vice versa. In the 2000, that 1000 customers should be assigned. So if they are mutually assigned, second thing, if they have same postal address, so their address information should be same as well. Third thing, their banking informations, if they are there, then they also should be the same. And if SAP finds these criteria match and this SAP note is activated, you can get that SAP note activated with help of your ABAP and basis guys. But if it is available and activated, that means system will not create another business partner while doing the CVI or a migration approach. It will just combine your vendor number 2000 to your business partner 1000 automatically, because all the prerequisite or pre-criteria are matching. So this is majorly what that SAP note says. This was a question asked by Pralay at that time. So I just thought to describe it a bit. Subsequently, we also talk about number ranges. Like, you know, the most, or like one of the good benefit of having the SAP business partner concept is you have a capacity to extend your business partner to any role, and in backend SAP creates the customer code. And anywhere there is a number range, always there is a two option, internal or an external. And I would prefer, if I'm a designer of that system, I would actually prefer the same number between my business partner and my customer or vendor, so it avoids any kind of confusion. So just to avoid a confusion and just to avoid that check for between the like, you know, what is my business partner? Okay, my business partner number is different than my customer or a vendor number, and so on and so forth. Then I have to check within the like, you know, relationship or like a customer, these tables we discuss, CVI, cust, link. So I can avoid checking the every time in the table and upfront verify the information. But if you want to do that, definitely you have to have the same number range group, number range interval available for both business partner and for both business partner as well as your customer code. So concept is very much clear that if you can see in this example I was giving, that if for my business partner number range starts from the 1 to 2599999, and my customer's number and starts from 2199999 till 300,000. In that situation, when you will create your business partner, automatic creation of your customer master will be in like will may or may not happen. It may or may not happen because your number range are overlap. You should have the exact same number range. So when system will create your business partner, system will create internally one number, for example 1000, and then it will, when you will extend that business partner for the sales area role, system will try to go at the time of creation, try to go and search, do I have the same 1000 number open or available in my customer master's number range. If it will be able to find it, it will immediately be it will be able to create the same number customer code, or your corresponding concept goes for the vendor too. But if it will not find it, and if system will try to push the forceful entry with the same external number range as a 1000 to the database, it would go into the runtime error, because already that number is used somewhere and you do not have that number range open for the system. And this is what we discussed at the time of number range. So actually we need to handle the number range carefully. We are going to do that today in our session. So till here we had at the ended our session. Any questions, guys, from our previous discussions? Okay, I think no question. Then let's directly jump actually into the SAP. Okay, my system is still open, so that's a good part. We will start with creating one account group itself. Okay, so our first step we will do is account group creation, because as I mentioned that in even though we entered in the S4 HANA, SAP has not changed. SAP has not changed the all basic concept of customer master and other setups. So your customer master, its account group, its number and setups and everything will still continue. So we will start with the basic first creation of the account group. Now, do you guys still remember what is the standard account group for the sole to party which SAP proposes? Anyone in the call?
0001.
Correct. 0001. So to in our ECC systems, when we have to create any of the account group, we need to go, so it actually falls under the financial accounting, because customers are actually called as a debtors, and debtors are that's more of an accounting terminology, and that's why the setup of account group has been given under the financial accounting and not under the not under the sales and distribution setup. And same concept over the period of time continued for the vendors as well, because vendors are your creditors, and that's why that is being handled in that way. So under financial accounting, under accounts receivables and accounts payable, you will find customer accounts tab. This is where you will see your customer information. Here you will see, you will be able to set up your customer information as an account group. So let's go into the setup, master data, preparation for creating customer master data, and define account group with screen layouts. So the same setup which gives you an option of creating account group, inherently it also provides you the option to set up your screen. That means which views are required, which fields are required. All those information or control, you can do it at that particular level itself, right? Now, you can ask me the question that, okay, understood that you are talking about account group, and you are also saying that account group was, and I use the word was, account group was a concept in ECC, but not in S4 HANA to control the screen, because in S4 HANA, you are controlling the screen, or you will have a control of the screen and system at the business partner level. It's a complete different view, and customer view would not be there. Then why do we still have the field control option available in S4 HANA at the account group level? The answer is, earlier, when initial versions of S4 HANA was released, actually this particular setup was not effective at all. Really, at transactional level, system was always focusing on screen control setup at the business partner settings level, not at the account group level. But due to certain customers requirement and certain like other situation, later I think version 1709 onwards, SAP came back and gave a SAP note. If you activate that SAP note, then you can utilize screen controls even at the account group level, or you can like override the controls by the account group level. And that is why you will still see the setup. Now for us, it is easier because I don't have to then move to the two systems. I can just show you here itself. So let's see the Sol 2 party 0001 setup. Now, as this is a demo system, I don't trust the system much in a way that someone would not have change and so on and so forth. But one thing which we have to always keep in mind, if we are going to do anything, any configuration, there is a standard. We must not make any changes in the standard settings. We should always copy it with the Z, and after that, and as long as the Z option is available, after that only we should go ahead and make any changes. here in this set system or setup, you will see everything is open. So this is SAP standard 0001. If you go inside the system, you will see so many views, right? Every view which is in blue, that means if you right now open this particular customer, if it would have been ECC, and if you would have opened this particular customer from this account group, you would end up seeing all the fields which are there or which are related to this view, and those views and fields active. For example, I have a situation. I don't want to, I don't need ATM information or ATM data. What I can do is I can just go ahead and suppress this. Okay. And when I will go back, that is showing as a black. That means now there is no field within that particular view or subscreen which is relevant for me to see, and that's why it is in it shows as an inactive mode. Now if I create any account, any customer with this particular account group in this situation with this setup, you would not see ETM basic data. That particular group and corresponding fields will not be there. Okay, as I mentioned, principally I really don't want to change any setup of the standard setup, and that's why I would just put it back as it is. But you can very easily understand here that what are the what things are there which you can control and how you can control in your current system. So if you will see here, one of the point which you should observe is this page number. Page number. That's interesting. It doesn't write. Okay, I don't know why my pen is not working today. It's not in a very good mood, but okay, we'll figure out later. Yeah, so ultimately this page section which you are seeing here, you can see my cursor, right? So this page section which is there, this particular page, so you can see only one page information, and then you have to click on this next page button. And that way you can see one after another page every information which is required or which is applicable for your case. So I just went back from there. You have, we were checking the general data. You have the same options available in the sales data. Your typically main views of the sales information, sales, shipping, billing, and partner usage. You can go inside and you will see this all the fields which are there, which are possible to have it. Just to avoid unnecessary complexity, we always make sure that only necessary fields are there, and everything else we mark as a suppress. That means the suppress means you cannot see that field at all available on your screen. Required is a mandatory option. It will not let you pass unless you provide that field. Optional is optional as it says, and display means that field is uneditable. And that's the major setup information. Now let's create our own account group. What we will do, we will just copy this 0001 and we will create our own. Let's see if Z001 is available. So my basic tendency, if like whenever I have to create the standard account groups, I would go with a 0001, 0002, 0003, 0004, assign the Z in front, and then use it as Z001, Z002, Z003, Z004, and so on and so forth. So this is something which we are doing for the RPE setup. Now you guys can see one additional setup here, one-time account. Does any one of you have an idea what does one-time account means? Or what would you perceive as a one-time account?
Customer who's going to buy one time from us.
Okay, yes, but then do I need to create his customer master information?
Yeah, because his address and all will be need to be captured, na? One time customer.
Okay, but then it is same as same as like my normal customer, right? If I have to create for my one of the hospital the customer code completely with his address, and if I have one customer also for whom I need to one time customer also for whom I need to create the with complete address, then it's almost same. There is no special need to have any information, isn't it?
Could be like a walk-in customer and you need to change the address in the sales order itself, not in the master.
Correct. That's exactly the point. The concept of one-time account is more like you are going to utilize you are going to update always the address information in the sales order input itself. Like, one of the simple example of one-time customer is any supermarket. But generally supermarket, it doesn't feel completely like a one-time customer because you don't have to provide them the address information. But if it is okay, let's take an example of check-in information in the hotel. Then hotel, many of the cases or many of the small setups and all, their system is always works based on one-time account concept. So whenever you are doing check-in, at that point of time, they will have the basic information details available, and there they can add those information like what is your exact name like are you traveling because of business or non-business and so on and so forth. What address do you want on your invoice? So at the time of transaction which they are performing, they are updating or entering that information. That is what the one-time account means. So there is a generic master data created once with that account group, and after that, every time you use that particular customer code, automatically system will first open is this address screen. So you have to update the address information before you move on with your normal transactional details. So let's go ahead and create our normal customer number of, okay, that's surprising. No one has tried to create the Z001. So we are creating Z001. I would store all my setups under the other configuration part. Now, when you create, so I have when I already explained that account group creation has already covered the mandatory non-mandatory field. The second important point which we were discussing was a number range. So definitely we need to think about a number range also. And third option which we were saying talking about account group was a partner, which partner or role or which partner functions will be created automatically or which will not, that control. So first thing I would show you guys the partner function related information before we will go to the number range, because in the case of number range we are going to like check or compare system setup with the business partners number range. So we will touch base that together for the number range point of view. So let's go back and check how is the situation for partner determination. So we created account group here Z001. Just to remember, I will need to write it down so I do not keep forgetting it. Okay, now where do we see the partner determination information? So actually partner determination information we can see in the sales and distribution. We will touch base that configuration one more time in future, because we will go more in detail partner determination information at the sales document level. But right now we are interested in the partner determination information available for the account group creation at the time of customer code creation. So you can see under sales and distribution here there's a basic function, and under basic function you would see the partner determination. You can see here partner determination. So we will go into the setup partner determination. And the first option which you are seeing, so there are many partner function or partner information comes at every stage of the logistics process or sales and distribution process. That is why you are seeing that partner determination for customer master, partner determination for the documents header, item, delivery, shipment, billing header, billing item, right? You can see all everywhere the partner information. But right now we are interested in customer master, which is an account group base. Now, what means if we start with the point, so we said that SAP has a concept of partner determination procedure. So you can see here many of the partner determination procedure. Actually, majority of them looks like someone has just randomly created. Let me see if I can see the standard partner determination procedure. Because if it is written SPN with the ship to party, okay, I'm not trusting any of them, but we will go with this one, SP, and then we will see. So you select that information. Sorry, let me go back. You select your partner determination procedure. This is someone has created it. Okay, so we will just first watch it before we will assign anything for our system. So
Should we look
if
at SH ship to party?
no, I would like to go with this SP. I'm still trusting that the person who has created has copied and by mistake overwritten the name, and it doesn't matter for us. So we will go into partner functions in the procedure level. Now, if you guys remember, and my guessing is right, it is for the sold to word. It just someone forgot to change the name properly. As we had discussed, the mandatory partner function. So always for an SAP, if you have to run like basic sales cycle, your sold to, ship to, bill to, and payer are the 5 mandatory partner functions which you have to have at sales document level. But that is not true at the partner determination in the customer master level. Customer master level, you can already define that which partner functions you want to be created at the time of with that account group. So you can see here the simple setup is there. Sold to, okay, there is a contact person and additional information, but bill to, payer, and ship to. And configuration in point of view, it is very simple aspect. There is only 2 decision making here available. First one is not modifiable. That means if you create a partner function with this account group, which is the main purpose of the partner function, that one you should mark as a not modifiable. You cannot change that partner function at all, or remove it or delete it from that customer account group. So which one it is, that's what something we need to identify. And that is why SAP provide you this not modifiable configuration node. Generally for the sold to party, if my whole purpose is to create a sold to party and subsequent other partner functions I want to just create inherently, then I would mark not modifiable checkbox for the sold to party in the 0001. But if it would be 0002, which is main purpose is to create an independent ship to party, then this not modifiable checkbox will be marked for that ship to party. So it's a decision for you at that point of time. What is mandatory function? This mandatory function actually gives you an idea when you will create a code, automatically system will create that partner, that code, like 1 2 3 4 5 6, whatever code you will create, system will automatically utilize and create that code for as a bill to party, payer, and ship to party, or whichever partner functions you have marked checkbox as mandatory. That is the main purpose of this mandatory partner function. So this procedure looks good enough, not a problem. So let's do one thing. We'll just copy this procedure. It's as it is. We will make him as a, I want to set up as a Z001. Show to party for the RP enterprise. So that's what I'm doing. I copied it. Oh, entry already exists. That's fine. Then we will change it to okay. And I want all the entries to be copied. It's just a 6 entry, so I don't have to update it. Now I'm going again. I selected this item. I'm double clicking on this sub node of partner functions in procedure. I go there. I said, okay, but I don't need these two partner functions. What should I do? You can remove it. Your decision at that point of time. And now this is my partner procedure. Most simple, necessary, what is required, I have created it. So here, as part of this, we created partner determination procedure. But we separately created account, we separately created partner determination procedure, account group and partner. So we need to assign them to each other, right? So let's, here itself, you can see the second node which says partner determination procedure assignment. You need to assign your partner determination procedure to your account group. Our account group was Z001. And actually we had created it by copying. Okay, so because we created it by copying, you are going to see earlier from whoever we copied that information, it's automatic partner determination procedure. But I don't want this 0001. So I want my own partner determination procedure ZRP1. So I went ahead and updated the partner determination procedure here. And you can now see sold to party RPE. That's my partner determination procedure available. Yeah. I press the save button just to be sure all the informations are correctly passing through. Then I also need to inform system that which partner functions are associated with my account group. So you can have more partner functions associated with your account group, but you may not want, you can, in the partner determination procedure, you are determining that if those numbers comes automatically or not, but you have to still inform system that which are really associated partner functions for your account group. So let's go there. You double click on that and that opens your information about partner determination, partner function and your corresponding account group. What I would do, I would go here in selection by content, and I really want to search because I had copied my partner from account group. What are the entries there? So my partner, my account group was Z001. No entries found that match the criteria. Okay, fair. Then I will make the entry. The partner functions associated with, okay, let me use the German namings. AG, WE, RE, and RG. Z001. This is my account group, right? Select a key from allowed namespace. Okay, interesting. SAP is automatically keep switching the German namings to English naming here. Okay, but at least SAP knows exactly that which partner function was which. When I say AG, it means SP and so on and so forth. I would save the entry. From where did SAP find out that relationship? So there is a section partner function conversion. Actually, this is the place where SAP finds out that relationship, and that's based on that, wherever necessary information level comes, SAP switch between German language or an English language. We are logged in the English language. That's why SAP is trying to look for the English conversion. So if you put anywhere these codes, system automatically switches it from this setup. All this will this particular setup will already be there whenever you will have the system, because these are all the core setups. Okay, so only one area which we did not touch in this whole setup is the partner function itself. What I need to create, what if I need to create a partner function? I have a requirement that I need to create, for example, one special partner function uh, who is an expert from the client side, or like customer side, who is a main point of contact, or some other requirement, like who is a result reporting person, or so and so forth. In those cases, you may have to sometimes create a complete new partner function. Then you will have to come here and create with this new entry the new partner function. So generally, it's you will always utilize or use as a reference any one of the existing systems, existing partner function, which matches to your new partner function creation requirement. So you can see here many of the things like, let's look at our sole to party. So your SP. So SP is your sole to party. So in standard system setup itself, it is available. It's part of which kind of partner type. So this is the partner type. So it's actually a part of customer, and that is why its name is KU. KU is more coming from the Kunden. Kunden is a German word, and from there they have picked up the word KU as an initials for the customer. And also associated, its error group is also based on this partner function. Yeah, this last item, last column, customer hierarchy. So there is also a concept of customer hierarchy in the system, where you can identify in the system that which kind of customer hierarchy, or would this particular partner relevant as a customer hierarchy or not. So there you can have the corresponding hierarchy type. So in this set system, someone has done the setup of M or whatever. You can have multiple hierarchy type. You can create a dedicated partner function and already assign a customer hierarchy type. But whenever you talk about a hierarchy, hierarchy actually means that there is a lower level partner function, and then lower level customer, and then there is a higher level customer. So which kind of situation you will need a hierarchy? Customer hierarchy concept. Can any one of you give me a general example that if I say I need customer hierarchy in my business, which kind of business requirement would be there where I may be able to utilize customer hierarchy? Any examples from your general understandings? Anyone? Okay. Yes, Hima.
We could have a distributor as one of the bigger hierarchies, and then individual distributors or groups of distributors as the next level. Then
Yes,
final,
that's
yeah, final customer could be the last level.
yes. That's a good example. So see, let me give like a real-time example where we had designed the hierarchy. When I was working for customer hierarchy, when I was working for some ice cream industry uh, project implementation, and there our client counterpart came back and says that, okay, you know, I have a need. My customer concept is so vast, and I have a need to keep a proper tracking between my from which plant I supply the product, from which delivering plant I supply the product to my main or my first level customers, who are the distributors. Now these distributors has their own zone. There are some more lower level or a next level customer who are the dealers. That means those dealers are associated with these distributors, and those dealers subsequently supplies to some other individual level of the group, which is and your and like stores, small stores or whoever is there. So they are getting supplied by that dealer. At any point of time, if I want to find out, because my product is actually not about that distributor dealer level. My product is more about the market runs by the end customer. If they will eat the ice cream, then I would get to know how it is being handled and so on and so forth. If there is any kind of complaint my customer service receives from an end customer, we will ask them on call complaint. We will ask them, okay, tell me who is your means from which store you bought that product for which you have a complaint. Because sometimes food, and especially temperature controlled food like ice cream, milk and other things, it depends upon how the logistics are being handled up to the last customer. And if it is not proper, there will food will be spoiled and there can be complaints around it, right? So they really need to find out that logistics chain. What they will do, they will ask for the last level custom that store name or some information around that. From there they wanted to find out that who is the dealer for that store, then from that dealer who is the distributor, and that distributor who is the main delivering plant. They wanted to have this information always. Additionally, they had some other requirements of discounts, these and that, but that's a different story. But this was the main information function they wanted. Now these informations has almost nothing to do with my transactional level information, because in transactional level I don't need the information of last customer. But that customer hierarchy concept was more for a relationship maintenance they were looking for. And that means your distributor is the highest customer, your dealer is the next level, and your that subsequent end shop is the next level customer, and you can utilize that by the customer hierarchy. Actually, someone seems to this is the problem with the typical systems. Ideally there should have been a customer hierarchy numbers associated, like 1A, 1B, 1C, 1D. So I was talking about higher level partner function. So in this example, you can see that 2A. So 2A is the lowest, and the 2A has the higher level partner function as 2B. Or 2B has the higher level partner function as 2C, and 2C has higher level partner function as 2D, and 2D is completely independent because it's the highest level partner function. So these are the different level or a hierarchy. This is the same for the customer's setup as well. So this initial setup of partner function and how partner function will behave, that you can do at partner functions tab level. In interviews, when someone comes back with the statement that okay, we need we need uh, we need to find out that how good the person is. We know very much cases we ask this question. I have a need that I need to add one new partner function. Can you please describe the step-by-step process? How can I add that? How can I manage this new partner function setup? So ultimately that partner function comes into my sales order. And then we wait for user to the interviewee to give the answer. The standard setup actually starts from here. You have to first create the partner function, then you have to associate that partner functions with some account group, or sometimes depending upon need you may have to create dedicated account group. Then you will create a partner determination procedure where you have to, inside the partner determination procedure, like your sold to bill to payer, you need to assign that particular partner function. And by doing all this, you have just reached up to that account groups level. After that, there is a subsequent next level setup comes into system, which is your which is your sales document level partner determination. We will touch base there when we will go more into the next detailed sessions. But when you will do this second step, then it is a complete cycle when your new partner function will become part of your sales document. So here I will take a pause, guys. Any questions till now about partner determination topic for the account group? Okay, I guess not. Then
Hey, Rudra, actually, I
yes,
bit confused in partner function and partner determination. What I understood is partner function is sold to party, ship to party, bill to party, payer, right? And what partner determination do in this partner function?
yeah,
Sorry, I got confused in it.
no problem. That's fair. See, partner function is just a role. Okay, partner function is just a role which says that, okay, there is something in the system with the name SP, sold to party, or there is something in the system which is with the name SH, which is your ship to party. Okay, or a bill to party, or a payer, or a author, or whatever you can think about. Okay, so that just tells you that there is something in the system which is your partner function. But when you go ahead and try to create your customer master. So when you go ahead and try to, we will go back to our one of the slides, previous one. Okay, when you go ahead and want to create a customer master, and your requirement is that my sold to, ship to, bill to, and payer, these all four partner functions. So my requirement is all these four partner functions are same number. So automatically it should be created. I don't have to create it 4 times separately. So I need to give some system logic to my account group. You can see this account group. You need to give some system logic to your account group. So your account group can understand which partner function needs to be associated with it and automatically should get created. That is why we had to come up, SAP had to come up with the partner determination procedure. In the partner determination procedure, when we were looking at here, so this is independent aspect of partner function. Okay, but now I had to like associate that partner function with the partner determination procedure. So what I did, first thing, I sorry, I went into the part here and I created a partner determination procedure ZRP1, and I said within this procedure, these are the four mandatory partner function which I want, and they need to be created automatically. I just described or like set it up in this way. So these partner functions who were earlier independently available under these partner functions, but now I have made kind of a structure so I can utilize them and associate them in a way how I want for that account group. And after this, after that, I gave this logic. I'm assigning this partner determination procedure to my corresponding account group. Z001. So whenever I will create now, and now this account group is something which is controlling subsequent how the screen will look like, what number will be created. And because I associated this partner determination procedure, now my account group also knows when someone tries to create a customer master with this account group, system has to automatically generate the same sold to, same bill to, and same payer. So this is how your end partner function gets associated with your account group. Does that give you an idea, or does that answer
Yeah,
your
yeah, yeah.
point?
Actually, I got clear now. Yeah.
Okay. Anyone has any other question, guys? Okay, no, then we will continue our journey of still the customer master setup, right? So we till now touch base two important functions, screens and which partner functions will be defined or determined. So we have associated these two. Now, third aspect of the customer master or account group is number range. So now we will go into the number range. So I'm again going back to the financial accounting guys. From there, accounts receivable and accounts payable, then customer accounts, and under the master data. There, preparation for the creating customer master data, and we talked about this particular screen, define account group with screen layout customers. So we are till here. Now, number range, can you see number range? Yes, here is the number range. So create number ranges for customers, customer accounts. Wording is written customer account, but ultimately you are talking about account group. So that says create a number range for the account group. So first, again, the same story. First, you have to create a number range, and then you have to assign that number range to your account group. Same which we did in the partner determination procedure. First, we created the partner determination procedure, then we assigned it to the account group. So we will go into the create number range. These are intervals. So you can see here debitor, customer is called debitor. That's why it's a debitors or a customer number range. And that's the object name as well. But this information does not have upfront big impact on us. So if I see in the system, there are so many number ranges, right? So if you have to find out which are the available number range which has not been used in all this, how can you find out? And this would be like, the moment you will start doing the configuration, this would be some of the common questions coming in your mind. How do I find out that information? And that's very trickier. So let's see. This is one of the free intervals section. You click on the free intervals and SAP will tell you after checking, in the system, only this many number ranges are openly available. Now you decide what you want to use out of that. And then you exactly know that right now only 38040 till 38079 or this number to this number or whatever. There is these many number ranges are available. So you can identify and then you can decide how the number ranges you want to you want to assign to the system. Now we need to actually do the customer setup, customer partner functions, customer number range setup based on in association with the business partners, because I want to set up system that I create a business partner and system must automatically create in background customer code with exactly same number. So that's what my expectation is. So, and in this whole setup, because system is generating business partner first, business partner has an internal number range, but same number needs to be utilized in the customer master creation. So my customer master has to have the external number range. Where do I mark external? Here is the checkbox. You can see here where if you mark this checkbox in front of your number range, that means that number range becomes external. You have to externally provide the number in this number range or for this number range or any other number range. Then only system will allow you to utilize it. But if it is not, then system will always come here. If it is an internal number and system will come here, it will come and check what is your last number used. You can see in this particular number range interval, the 64, the number range is from 60 to 99, and someone has just used 4 numbers out of it. So 64th is the last number. If anyone is going to utilize create the customer number, customer code with the same account group which is associated with this number range, system will come back, check, okay, This is the number range. What is the last number? 64. Then it will automatically generate 65th and show you the message. Your customer has been created with 65 number, and then come and update your number range status to next number 65. So this is the same concept everywhere, every kind of number range, and we will see it. Right now, I'm not choosing any number range upfront. What I'm going to do, I will keep it here as a, we will first check the business partners number range, and then we will come back here. Available interval of business partner, and we will come back. However, if you have created the number range, then you have to assign the number range to your account group. So I first want to find out that I created Z001. Because of the copy, anything got already assigned? Looks like something has been assigned because I copied it from 0001. So you can see here to my sold to party RP, there is already the number range B1 assigned. Let's see what is the number range assigned there automatically. I will go here. I'm writing B1 and pressing, and actually system could not find anything. Why? That means whatever number is here mentioned, that is actually not there in this number range for customer. Let me check. I go here in intervals. These are all the intervals, and if I check for the B on left side, actually there is no B1. It directly starts from BC, BD, BK, BP and all. There is no B1 at all. And that means why system is not, even though you are seeing that number, system will ultimately give the error because that B1 number range is not there. So that is, someone has played with the previous data of this 0001 and so on and so forth, and that's kind of disturbing it. So if you copy it and if you don't check your configuration properly and trust your copy, then definitely you will face the problem. So what I'm going to do, I'm just blanking it out for now and save it, because I have to assign the correct number which is existing, and that B1 is anyways not existing. Okay, so till here, any questions guys on the number range perspective? That what is the number range interval? How do you assign the number range interval to the account group, and so on and so forth? How SAP search comes and search for the numbers? Any question till then? Okay, I guess no. Then now we are going to go into the business partner. Now, where is the business partner relevant configuration? The configuration related to the business partner is part of the cross application components, because this is all across application you are going to utilize. So it is a smart understanding that now instead of it showing it under the finance section, you show it as a cross application component, which makes sense. Let's open. So first, till now we were discussing so much about the account group of the customer master. And account group controls number range, account group controls partner function role, account group controls screens, and so on and so forth. Is there anything similar or matchable in the business partner level? And yes, there is this almost similar concept available, which is called business partner grouping. So let's see what it is. So we go inside the cross application components. Inside the cross application component, there is an SAP business partner tab. And if we open the SAP business partner tab, you can see all this setup. And there is a main setup of business partner itself. You go inside, you can see basic settings of the business partner. We open the same, and you can upfront see the third node, which says number ranges and groupings. Here, as part of this, we are actually creating a number range, as well as we are assigning the number range grouping. Now, what I want to do, as we discussed earlier, that number range grouping as in business partner grouping. So here we are assigning both the things. Now I want to open in parallel in another screen the number range of customer master, so we can match, because I exactly want same number range between both of them. Business partner and customer master. So we'll again go back. Financial accounting, account receivable and payable, customer account, master data, preparation for customer master data, and create number range of customers. I'll just go in display for now to see the number range information. Okay. Okay. Now I will just toggle between both the screen. So you can see both the screens. So this is on the top, you can see which object it is. So this is an object debitor customer master. Okay. And now I'm at the business partners configuration level, and I'm going inside the business partner. And now you can see the object is changed here. Object is BU underscore partner. So SAP has the object number, object associated, object identifier associated with every kind of number range, because it has to also find out I'm creating a sales document, sales order. So it needs to find out the corresponding object of the sales and not the business partner or not for the customer. So that's why it's a specifically object driven. So we will go inside the intervals. Let's check the open intervals if there are anything. Okay, there are many open intervals here. I can see very much. Okay, fine. And let me check if there is something upfront available. So in this setup, I can see this number range. Oh, I cannot select it. Why? 1 second. I do see this number range 8. It has a 0 number. That means this number range has not been utilized in the customer master. And exactly the number range is starting from the whatever earlier number 401 till 600. So this is the 200 numbers. Okay, fine. If I can find something similar in the free intervals. So there is something here for with the same starting point, but this is a different numbers. Okay, fine. Let's see, let's look for the existing setup for the same number. Generally, if you are implementing a project, you would not have to do this much granular check, because there would be limited number range and you would be the one who is controlling more or less. So it would be more easier. It is a bit more challenging whenever many people are touching the system and you have to find out something. But I did find, if you check this number range, this is exactly matching with our customers master's number range. So you can see the exact interval is also from the 400 to 600 here, and it is here also 401 to 600. Only difference is some numbers has been already utilized here, like initial 5-10 numbers, but that's fine. As long as the number range exactly matches, we can utilize that. So what I would do, this is perfect number range to match on both business partner and customer. So I would go ahead and set this 08 with my account group, which I have created. So assign number ranges to the account group. I will go ahead, search for my account group, and I will assign the number range here 08. Okay, and save. So now my account group has got the same number range, which is also available or possible with a business partner. And my 08 account group is number range is external also. So that is also important part. 08, it is external. You can see this checkbox. So it is external. So that is also perfect. This fits in my all the requirement. So I would now go back again Here it is M2. So now let's go and check the groupings. If you will see here, you will really see so many groupings created by many of the people who are trying to learn the things and all. And obviously means that's how you will learn. But we need to create our own grouping. So let's go with a complete new entry. I want to create Z001. Hopefully it is available. Let me press enter and find out. No, ZRP1. That's easier. Okay, yes. So we will create a grouping for the business partner, which we will utilize later for our business partner creation to identify the number range. Okay, so ZRP1 grouping for business partner I'm going to create. What is the short name? It is RPE customer. RPE customer. This is a grouping I'm creating for the RP, or in fact I can decide not to write customer. It's just a RP business partner. Okay, so RP enterprise business partner. Now the number range which we checked already was M2. So obviously I remembered, that's why I put it, but yes, there is a number range M2 which I would like to utilize, right? So the moment I press the enter, did you realize this section of internal standard grouping, this radio button got opened up? How come? Because that M2 number range was defined as internal number range for the business partner. So SAP understood the moment I added the M2, it opened up this symbol. Now we'll talk about it later. So if I take away the number range, then there is no identifier, then that radio button goes away. But let's do M2. So now with this, my SAP's business partner grouping has been created, number range is associated, and it gives me the clear understanding that it is an external or internal. It's an internal number range. If I would have put the external number range, then this external checkbox also would have been opened, and similar kind of radio button would be there. Now the question is, why this special radio button is there? But let me first save it. Let's go back, and you will see this radio button is open and available across the groupings, across the grouping. So, but if it is radio button, that means in a whole configuration, you can only select it at one place, not everywhere. And that is very tricky. So someone has created, Sastra Geek, that means one of our guys would have created one of the number, and then okay, they have used them too as well. So yes, I can understand what has happened here. So this particular standard grouping can be assigned, or this radio button can be selected across all the grouping only once. The whole reason of that one is, in case due to any reason, by mistake or knowingly, you start creating your business partner and you do not provide specific grouping, you do not select this or this or this, you do not select anything, then SAP still gives you an option that when it will create, it will pick up wherever this radio button is there. It will pick up that radio button related account grouping and corresponding number range and all other behavior associated with that grouping. So if you don't select anything, then automatically system will come and select it for you based on this setup. And it is separate for the internal and external. So here I will take a pause, guys. Any question on this setup of grouping or its relationship in our whole setup? Okay, let me ask a different question. Are you guys getting what I'm explaining, or it is getting more confusing or anything like that? Or are you guys can hear me?
Yeah. Oh,
Yes, I can
Okay.
hear you, Rudra.
yeah,
Okay.
Rudra, could you just step back a bit? I wanted to see where we came from. I think I kind of lost.
Yes.
Yeah. Thanks.
So under business partner, so we actually started. We came to there from the business under the cross application under SAP business partner. Then we went to business partner, basic settings and number range and grouping. And then we talked about the same number range and same grouping which we created.
Rudra,
Yeah,
this business partner thing we have to do only in S4 HANA, or do you have to do the same thing in ECC also?
you will have to do it 2 times. You will have to do it in ECC as well
Mhm.
as you will have to do it in S4 HANA. Only your direction is changing. So if you remember, we had talked about one of the theory part when we were covering the theory. One second. That's quite a lot of things. Okay, yeah. When we were talking about the setting up the business partner, the prerequisite to move from the ECC to S4 HANA is that all your customer and vendors are associated with the business partner. So whoever would be your data migration consultant for the S4 HANA, or whoever would be the architect at that point of time, or MD or master data governance guys, they will do this activity in your ECC system. Ultimately, they will use the same configurations which we are seeing right now. We are associating it with it right now, but they will all have to take you through the exactly same process in the ECC. Why? Because SAP says you have to move your customer and vendor already as a business partner. So when you will upgrade your system from ECC to S4 HANA, SAP will read and utilize that business partner directly from your ECC information. And then it will replicate it in the S4 HANA system and correspondingly again create your customer and vendor numbers in S4 HANA system. SAP, it has to completely revamp its data model. And that is why the prerequisite for going to the S4 HANA is do the same business partner configuration in your ECC system and see it. If you guys will just go and check in your projects, your SPRO configuration, very, I would not be surprised that these configurations are also available. Because if you are using FSCM concept, for example, then also you need the business partner. If you are utilizing EWM and some other functionality as an embedded, then also you would have the business partner available. If you are using REFX, flexible real estate management, then also you will have the business partner available. So then those configurations are already available in the ECC, and it's a part of that, and you can just review your configuration. But you have to do it at both part. ECC first to migrate your customer and vendor to the business partner, and later, and this is for the specially migration point of view, but you have to do it in S4 HANA, the same configuration which I'm showing right now. So whenever you are new business partner you are creating, it will automatically can create your customer and vendor too. Does that answer your question, Pinky?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Okay, any other question, guys? Okay, I guess no question. Okay, then let's go back. to our configuration. If it becomes too means if you have any questions in between also, guys, raise your like tell me or raise your hand, and I would like to keep answering, because this whole concept it is bit complex, and it is very diverse and quite new as well for people. So it would take some more time for you to gain, like reach up to the depth of that concept. And you should see this video one more time later, and that will make it overall comfortable for you. Okay, so now we have done two basic things, that define grouping and define the separately our account group. But one thing which we have not done is we have not associated business grouping, business partner grouping to our account group. We separately created two different entity. We created our account group Z001. We created business partner grouping ZRP1. But our expectation is when you create a business partner, automatically in backend, system has to create your account group. And that means system has to find out what is your account group. And that setup we have not done till now, right? So let's go and do that particular part.
Sorry,
Yeah.
Rudra, does that mean that the account group concept remains the same and we still have to do it necessarily?
Yes. Yes. That is going to stay as it is. Your account group concept is there. Your business partner is just an overarching mechanism. But in backend, when you are trying to create your customer information, system is just going to find out from your business partner grouping which account group is associated in backend, and then it is going to find out that account group, what is the number range of that account group. That was the main reason why we matched those number ranges on both sides. Also system will from there identify what is your partner determination procedure, and then system will behave by utilizing that information inside your business partner. Your business partner is just an overarching model.
So it's just a way to get to the customer through the same number.
Exactly. Same number or separate number. So,
Or a different number, yeah.
yeah, it's an internal number or range or external number, and that's a decision to make.
Mm-hmm.
But ultimately, it's a mechanism to ultimately reach from the business partner to the customer. And same custom concept would be there for the vendor as well.
Okay, so then we are going to continue to see the customer number, the sold to party in the sales order, and not the
Exactly.
business partner.
You would never ever see the business partner inside the inside the sales document. You will only see the customer and its associated partner functions of sold to, ship to, bill to, payer. Same would be for your purchasing. You will never ever see the business partner. You are going to still see the vendor and its vendor's partner functions associated with it. Just business partner is an overarching mechanism, and as of now they have not completely transformed it.
Okay, thank you.
Only thing is you will not be able to utilize your standard transaction of customer. So for example, if you go and if I use XD01 and press enter, system actually takes me away from that transaction and ask me, do you want to create a business partner? Or in a way, do you want to, like, it's trying to push me towards the business partner transaction. It says, and you can see the below screenshot, redirecting to transaction BP, as XD01 is obsolete. The XD01 is
It's no
your
longer
transaction code for
accessible.
the customer code creation.
Mm. So it's no longer accessible.
Exactly.
Mm. Okay,
See,
thank you.
if XD03 is there, XD03 is still there, I should be able to utilize 37040. That's interesting. Random error.
We may not be able to use BP there.
We will be able to. Okay, but ultimately it is not letting me access it at all. So it's almost of no use. But okay, you can ultimately use the BP. This is your standard part, standard T code, and we will come here once we will do the assignment of account group and business grouping, business partner grouping. Then we will come and start creating our roles in the business partner itself. Okay, so let's go back. We talk about basic settings. One of the another part of the setting which you will come across in the business partner setting is your master data synchronization. This is to make sure the relationship between your business grouping and master data works correctly. Now, I would like to take you guys through like back to one of the setup which we had discussed. That was a direction we had talked about. So this is the same one. So we had talked about a direction that ECC and S4 HANA has two different direction. In ECC, your direction is customer to the business partner, because your leading partner functions are customer and vendor. And in S4 HANA, your direction is from the BP to customer and vendor, because your leading partner or leading overarching data model is business partner. Okay, so this is called a direction, right? And we had discussed it as part of the synchronization concept. We are going to exactly see these in the system under business partner. So I will just close it so you can see the path properly. Under that cross application itself, you can see business partner separately, and then you see the master data synchronization. In the master data synchronization, you see customer vendor integration. This is what's called as a CVI. So you go inside the this CVI configuration, you see the business partner settings. We open that, and system asks you that for whom you want to do the integration, your customer or your vendor. We want to do it for the customer. So you open it as a customer, settings for customer. And then you can read this configuration and automatically can understand it talks about set BP role category for direction BP to customer. And second one says define BP role for direction customer to BP. Now I have a question. Which of this configuration would you do in the S4 HANA, guys?
First one.
First one.
First one, because we are in S4 HANA system and our leading configuration is a business partner. So direction from business partner to customer. Okay. Now, the moment we started entering in that area, there is some configuration available, you know, and I exactly know why that configuration available and what I'm looking for. Like, because I'm looking for my partner standard role category FLCU0 and FLCU01. Do you guys remember what was FLCU00? We had discussed about this one last time in our theory session.
Is related to company code data. Company code.
Correct. It's a role. It's a role for the company code view of a customer master. And my FLCU01 is a role which is related to my sales information. So just to remind our theory session one more time, 1 second. We had, when we were discussing this, we had touch base this area. One second. More earlier. Okay, one of the here. So when we were discussing about the number range and role information, we said that standard role is for the 00000, and after that, and that is a general role which creates your number and updates the initial business partner tables. But when you have to create in your company, in your customer master, you need to pull a specific role, FLCU00 for company code view, FLCU01 for the sales view. In ECC, You don't have to select anything like that. If you enter in the customer master XD01, system gives you already both company code option as well as sales data option. If you enter your company code information, system will automatically create that view and update the KNB1 table or KNBV. Or it depends on a transaction which you are using. If you are going via SAP, sales related transaction VD01, then SAP only directs you towards the sales view and so on and so forth. However, these things were more controlled either at the directly at the account group level or transactional level. But in S4HANA with a business partner, you have to choose a role and you have to extend your customer in the role. So that is the approach has been bit changed. Now it is not by default there. You have to decide to take an action based on the role. So what I'm searching for at this, when I reach to that configuration, I immediately thought and search for the FLCU00 and FLCU01 because these are the two SAP standard role which are associated with the customer master, and that means this role category information should be there. So system already understand that if these role categories are used, make sure it creates the customer. This is kind of a core relationship. Will you have to do this configuration ever? No, because it would always be there because it's a SAP standard setup. You will come across to touch this configuration only and only if you have to do the drastic change in your normal setup. But otherwise, you would always utilize it as it is. So I don't have to change anything in this configuration. That configuration is always already available. I just wanted to explain you guys. Then, second topic is your field assignment under assign keys.
Rudra,
Yeah.
can we understand this as similar to the company code view and the sales view, which generally also exists and we don't modify them?
Exactly.
But
It is like that only. Only thing is it is controlled based on a role category.
so when you have this configuration, that means we do have the option to copy and create our own, but we don't do that generally, right?
We don't have to. We will do those testing. We will do those configurations together. So I'm definitely sure today we will not be able to cover every aspect of the business partner configuration, but in our next session we will be covering more detailed other aspects as well, where we will do these create our own role, our own the way how we created our own grouping. We are going to create our own role and other setups too.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so assign keys. This is the place where now I'm going to assign. Okay, now let me ask you first question. Which of this configuration do I have to do in the S4HANA? I already started it, so answer is very much clear, but I still want you guys to remember the direction concept. Direction concept BP to customer, you will always do in the S4HANA. And direction customer to BP, you will always do in the ECC. So there was a question, do we need to do these all configuration in ECC? Yes, that is why SAP has provided you the options to do that. Okay, so here I go inside, and this is the place where my relationship between the business partner grouping and the account group, which we created, I have to set up. So let's see. I will search with the business. Okay, so this is a grouping. So let me search with my grouping. Our grouping was ZRP1. There is no entry available. Okay, that means I need to start with a complete fresh new entry. ZRP1. Okay, and what was our account group which we created, guys?
Z001.
Z001. Okay, so we press the enter, and now here at this point of time, we in backend by a configuration, we are instructing SAP to make sure whenever the ZRP1 grouping has been utilized for creating business partner, and if the role category, you guys remember our earlier I'm just pressing save. We will come back in a moment. And if the role category as part of my earlier configuration, which is here, is FLCU00 and FLCU01, then make sure if it is this, then this category, then make sure as a system, you are using Z001 account group and create Z001 account group and create the partner customer code in backend. So by this configuration notes, we kind of gave step-by-step instruction to the system. Now, this relationship is done, but with this relationship, SAP asks us two more questions. Same number or flexible grouping? What is this? Same number and flexible grouping. So same number is self-explanatory, right? If I mark same number, that means I want, or SAP or system setup says that it will go and utilize the same number of business partner, which is pulled by the ZRP1 grouping, and pass it as an external number while creating the customer code in backend. This is what system is supposed to do. That is why same number is there. But there is a flexible grouping. And if I select both of them, then it gives me the error. Same numbers and flexible grouping cannot be combined. That means it is kind of a similar purpose, but you cannot utilize at the same time. First thing, this is a kind of a poor setup because ideally they should have given the radio button here. If you know already that any one thing you can utilize, then better you use the radio button instead of giving the checkbox. But anyways, they have associated the error message, so no one will do something wrong. But look at flexible grouping point of view. If I already select the same number, that means SAP has to blindly, or like a system has to blindly go and pick up Z001 account group and go ahead and create the number. No discussion, no confusion. It's as simple, straight, step-by-step process. But if I choose flexible grouping, that means I am saying that I do want system to create the customer, like, that whole setup, customer code. However, the account group I would choose at the time of creation. Inside the business partner, I will choose the account group at the time of creation. I do not want same number. It can be then anything. It can be internal number, right? And this is exactly what you are saying, that if automatically it will be created, I can choose which account group I want. I can choose to create that business partner as a Z002, which may be my ship to party oriented, or it may be the Z003, which is my bill to party oriented, So sometimes you want to take some call, some decisions. You don't want to always create by the Z001, because Z001 in backend always by default creates your sold to party, ship to party, bill to party, and payer, and you want to control. Because of the legal entity requirements, you want to control unnecessary creation of sold to party and payers. Anyways, it's an additional topic. But now if your need is only to create ship to party, and you system always by default keeps picking up Z001, Z001 by default, that doesn't work out for you. So also SAP gave the option that you can choose account group at the time of creation of business partner. That's why flexible grouping option is there. Any question, guys, on this point?
In this case, how would you assign the partner functions? Would you assign the customer number or would you assign the business partner?
You don't have to assign the partner function. System assigns it based on your account group of customer which you select.
Could you please explain the flexible grouping once?
Yes. Your flexible group, let me show you guys. We can try it up front, and then we will create a very simple, because our major, like, basic configuration is done. Okay, so we will create quickly one business partner itself. But I want to explain the business partner setup. So give me 1 second. So this is your business partner screen, guys. And in the business partner screen, there are very simple initial information. For example, what SAP provided here. So if you will see on this screen, this particular part, this is where you are creating which kind of partner type, business partner type. As in person, is it an individual person? It is an organization, it is a group. That information you are utilizing, you are deciding to create based on this particular part. And that's for the new creation. This is the field. So this is for the creation, right? Now, this is the one where you already have your business partner available. You know the number of that business partner, and you would like to just reutilize or open it for extend it further. Then you are going to use this one. So this is for the opening the existing business partner. You can see this screen. There is a glass and pencil icon. That is to switch between a display and change mode. So you can have a display or a change based on this button. That's an icon to toggle between display screen and change screen. So that's typically the area for that. And here is the relationship section, where you can define your relationship, like, one individual person is a sales employee, or that person for this particular customer is a admin, or so and so forth information you can describe. So that is more for the relationship based on validity information and so forth. Now, this is the place which is this screen itself. Automatically system brings you in this particular screen where you can find your business partner. You can decide that you can try to search for a business partner, and that will work based on this. So this is mainly a simple overview or simple information related to the business partner screen. So let's go ahead and create one, just to be sure all the setups are same. Yeah, so let me take a screenshot of this.
It's basically create, change, everything is the same T code.
Everything is at the same place. You don't have to go anywhere at all. System does not have any confusion to take any information. Now, okay, definitely this is not doing what I want, but that's fine. We will still move on. I'll get the screenshot later. So here you can see on the screen itself in the find business partner, you can see if I want to find out about a business partner with the 37040 number, then this is the one which where we were utilizing our customer code creation, our earlier sales order creation or customer code related checking and all we were doing, right? So that is the same business partner. Now I want to find out that particular business partner. Then I can utilize this existing screen itself, where I just need to go ahead, press the start, and system will search it. But then you can always ask that, is that the only way to find out? No, there are other options as well. Other external number based on name information, address information, or other options which you can utilize to search for the partner. Also, there are other options like business, if it is a business partner, if it is a person, organization, group, and so on and so forth. So some basic level of search functionality has already been provided on the same screen itself. But we would like to create a partner function. So let's go into the creation of organization. Till now, I was talking about a grouping, right? So here comes our grouping. That business partner grouping ZRP1 we had created, the grouping which we associated with the specific number range, and the grouping which we ultimately associated with a backend customer account group Z001. That grouping field is here. This is the one who controls which number will be generated for the business partner, and in backend, if it will be generated, which particular partner function, which particular account group system will utilize. Okay, and by default we need to first create the general or a standard role, which is a 6 times 0 business partner general standard role. We will create a simple one with the minimal information. Okay, so I want to create a business partner who's, okay, we can create with the RP enterprise. No, that's my customer. So I want to create Shivani, our support team member, right? Shivani Khurana enterprise. So imagine this is the name, and based on which I decided to create some information. I need to provide some basics like region. It's a part of New York. I will write down in the city also New York. It's a US. So basic informations I'm providing here. Okay, it asks for the code 91036, some number which we had used earlier. So we provided the basic information, and that it just works based on that. And I will put something as a search term, RPE. So if ever I have to find out something about that one. You can see this address is valid from valid to. We were discussing that this is one of the good functionality SAP has provided, and that you can manage by the valid from and valid to information. So we can also see some other basic information like overview, identification, and there are necessary and unnecessary. Every type of informations are there because this is a generic setup and it has not been adjusted to make it make it for any one company. Whenever we start setting up, we will utilize those roles and make some fields mandatory, non-mandatory, optional, hidden, suppress, and so on and so forth. We'll talk about those view controls and other things later. However, there are some key fields on this: legal form, legal identity, entity, and all. You can fill up those things as well. But for now, let's just save and see what happens. So it should ideally create the general number based on my grouping. Now you can see here the group, from grouping point of view, system created 174 times 0 403. This is the number of the business partner which we had associated with our number range setting, number range settings for the business partner. Now let's try to create FLCU00. Sorry, this is in a display mode right now. So I'm trying to search for the FLCU here, but it does not show me anything, right? Why it is like that? It's because we are in display mode and it's not allowing you to create any information. So as I had mentioned earlier, you have to toggle between display and change. So here I just click on it and it will take me to the change mode. Now I can try to search for my FLCU00, which is my customer setup of the financial account, and we go there. What happened? Did you guys realize? The moment I went into the FLCU00 setup, system opened up company code section. Now clearly I can see one issue with this current situation is it also opened up sales and distribution setup, which should not have been here. There is a way to do that, and we are going to see that as a configuration setup, but ideally it should have been only and only company code setup. But apparently it seems that someone has touched the system settings, and that has resulted in this one. But otherwise this should not have been there. Only because it is FLCU00, which is your financial accounting setup, there should be only company code. information would have come up. But okay, regardless of that, let's go with this one. Understand that FLCU00 is for the company code. Now, because I am trying to create FLCU00 with the company code information, I will go further, click on the company code data. So same information of this number is being utilized right now. Okay, you can see here okay, I need to provide my first company code here. So we are using SG02 itself as a company code in our setup. So we will continue with the same SG02 company code. And it opens the reconciliation account, which is the mandatory field. So we'll provide one default value, which we already know, that customer reconciliation account. I'm just providing it that as an information. So 1 second. Here, if you will click, you can see many of the fields and many of the fields related controls as part of this, like a payment transaction tab, customer correspondence tab, and so on and so forth. One of the fields should be here, which should provide us the control or an information about controlling account group. Question is, where is it? Yeah. So that is in our customer general data. 1 second, in the address. So whenever there will be some issue with the address and anything, system comes and provides you, system comes and shows you in the error section on the above the top tab itself, that there is some mandatory part which you forgot. Please make sure you are updating that information. So one of them is later system identified that there is no language key updated, which is one of the mandatory. So now I have to update it as a language key. And the field which I wanted to show you was customer general data. Here in account group, as you have a two option. So when I was saying the same number setup, ideally system should pick up or a fetch based on that our basic configuration of FLCU00 and our checking group and so on and so forth. System should have brought the account group automatically here, which is in our case is Z001. But if you choose that flexible grouping which we had selected, that means system expects you to provide the account group automatically. Provide the account group externally. So in this example, we will provide our account group Z001. So as I had mentioned, that we have one option. In general, we had one option. That option is we can decide that by default we want to push the account group, or at that time of creation of the partner function, I decide actually I'm creating business partner because that's mandatory, but ultimately I want only ship to party. Can I not just assign account group at the time of creation? Yes, you can. And majority of the cases, you would have those controls by the master data governance and so on and so forth. Then you would be able to pass that while creating business partner automatically. Now for the Z001, we had done the setting external account group. And that is why system is right now pushing us that, okay, you took a manual decision as part of the flexible grouping that this account group I want to use, then you have to provide your partner functions, your external number separately. I want to still use the same number, so I will utilize the same number code. And you can see that red dot from here has gone. So that red dot was related to the error which was existing, and now it is no more there. So I will go back again into the company code data. We'll just check if any other error messages comes. Actually, no. Then I would press the save. Ideally, without any error, system has created our partner function, our business partner in the company code information as well. So let's create quickly the sales and distribution related FLCU01, which is our next partner, FLCU01. When you create FLCU01, you receive the sales and distribution tab gets opened up here. We go into the sales and distribution. We provide our sales area. Do you guys remember what is our sales organization? RP01, distribution channel 20, and division 20. The moment I press the enter, system accepted that, verified all the basic information, and now we are in the sales view. We will go through the more detailed field by field information like how we had done for the material master later. Right now, I'll just want to show you the basic setup, how system is behaving. So I'll just update some mandatory field information which are there. And also we can see the partner function. So you can see here our configurations effect when we had done the partner determination procedure. At that time, in our partner determination procedure, we had associated 4 partner functions. So system automatically pulled in. If you remember, only for the sold to party, we had said not modifiable. So you can see it is non-changeable. It's in display, but other 2 we had not marked, so they are in editable mode. You can actually remove these with some other number, or you can add additionally some other numbers. And same partner function has been created as sold to, bill to, ship to, and payer automatically. So this is the whole usage or purpose what we had done for the partner determination within the account group, which is now coming here. So other informations are in general. Let me just save and see if a system gives us any error or a problem. No, everything is fine. And now we have created our customer code for our business partner. Sorry, our business partner for company code and sales area. You can go inside the business partner, you can go into the general data or a sales and distribution data, or you can use your any other role, see those informations based on that information, and so on and so forth. Here guys, we will stop our today's session. Any question related to all the points which we just discussed?
Rudra, so what will now control, because we also did the screen sequence change at account group level, and then also you have at the BP level, right?
So this was one of the point when we were discussing. I had mentioned that account group level by default, if you have a fresh system, okay, with the standard business partner setting activation and S4HANA system point of view, system will only and only do your system control or field grouping control based on your business partner setup. With 1709, SAP had came back with one of the special requirement where account group level system behavior, if you want it to be activated and consider for the effect, then with that note implementation or those body activation, system will start following your account group level field control as well.
Oh, I see. So otherwise, by default, it's BP level.
Exactly.
Thank you. Yeah, sorry, I missed that part then.
No problem, just there. So guys, any other questions? Anything till now means which comes in your mind, or which was you would like any clarifications? Okay, if not, I have a request for all of you to review this session one more time And we will go ahead with creating our new role itself, and how you can have the company go role grouping and different way to make your business partner creation easier for your users. We will cover that part of the training in the like next session, as well as we will cover screen control, which just now we were discussing with Jasdev, that how we can control the screens and mandatory fields for the business partner, and which are the important fields of the sales view for us as a consultant. So that things we will cover into our next session, and that would be the end of our business partner discussion, and then we will move on with our high level like core configuration of the sales document and sales order processing and other functionality associated with that from then onwards. Thanks a lot, guys, and have a nice remaining day or start of the day, depending upon place. Bye bye.